first metal albums I heard that sounded extreme was Venom's Welcome to Hell. I'd listened to Iron Maiden, Motorhead, and bands that were part of the new wave of British heavy metal, but Venom was way more intense. So I've come to Newcastle, England, the home of Venom, to find out why they were so extreme.
Welcome to hell. Welcome to fucking hell.
So it's the early 80s, the new wave of British heavy metal is starting to explode. Can you talk about to what extent you felt like you were part of Nawabum, or you felt like you were something completely different?
I think, to be perfectly honest, we didn't really feel that much of a part of it. I mean, we rebelled against that squeaky clean style and, you know, everybody trying to produce everything as best they could and all this kind of stuff. Whether it was youthful arrogance or whatever, you know, we just did what came naturally. But what we did, by whatever means and by whatever force, became something entirely different to what everybody else was doing.
The first thing that comes to mind that separates Venom are the vocals. You had stuff like Motorhead, where it was definitely not just traditional singing, but you know, Lemmy always had a tinge of melody, where Kronos was just really, he really was just kind of barking it out. It's like the first kind of prototypical guttural stuff.
The vocal style played a big part in giving the band its identity. Maybe that caused restrictions in melody and all that kind of thing, like, but we were never about that. Mm-hmm. You know, we were just about that raw punch in the face.
What specifically about the imagery and the sort of visual world of Venom interested you?
Looking back, a little bit hocus pocus and, you know, decidedly cheesy, but as a youth, bands like Venom, I think just really captured people's imagination. You know, you had Kiss, and they look the part, but they sing about love and women and bikinis and stuff like that. Whereas Venom, they were singing about the devil and, you know, Elizabeth Bathory, and it just was really vulgar.
It's very hard to look at Venom with fresh eyes, you know, today. They seem a little bit absurd. But at the time, they were actually quite shocking. While other bands were alluding to sort of Satanism and the occult, they were taking it beyond what other people do and saying, yes, we are in league with Satan. We're not just interested in it, we are the real thing.
No band at the time was singing about Satan like they were. It was scary as fuck, you know. People did not know it was a joke, first of all. They thought it was real. So teenagers that wanted to be into the most extreme music latched right onto Venom.
You know, you had Black Sabbath and Black Widow and all these other people, but they still really weren't stuffing it in people's faces the way we did. You know, the pentagram and all that kind of stuff really hadn't been seen before that.
So was the primary objective to shock people?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Just to stick it in their faces and say, right, there you go, what do you think of that? Mm-hmm. And if they ran away screaming, then great. Mm-hmm.